Right, guys, very quickly, is Kenjutsu, samurai swordsmanship, Japanese swordsmanship, a series of tricks or not? Okay, so we have this idea that there's like these deep, profound techniques, and don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not using the word tricks to sort of like belittle anything. I think they're awesome, but are they a series of tricks that are used at the same time? Looking through the Sword and the Mind, which is the Inomaki, I think, Imaki from Shinkage-ryu, Yagyu Shinkage-ryu, and the family traditions and everything. It seems to me there's a lot. The actual practical aspect of swordsmanship seems to be tricks. So, for example, it's like instead of a reverse grip like this, you've switched your hands. So you come down on a different side. Instead of that way, you'd have to come that way. You come down, switch this way. Another one, which is, for example, in Yagyu Shinkage, is Gokui, sort of mastery, or the sort of secrets, if you like. The idea is you put your sword to the right, and when he runs at you, you literally sidestep and cut the back. Probably the back of his head, or just back, that's it. So it's a case of sidestep, he rushes, charge, kill. And, or it's a case of put your sword here and stab him in the face. You know what I mean? There's one here, it's literally like lower your sword, create an opening, stab in the face because it's tricked him. Of course, you've got to put together the fact that, first of all, you've got distancing. So I am not, guys, before any of you crazy people get all mad, I'm not saying belittling it by any way. I'm saying it's a very high level skill. But is it the high level ability of multiple tricks together, or multiple tricks, or tricks at the correct time? So yes, we have distancing comes in. You've got to get that distance right. Yes, we have good strikes, bad strikes, or just striking. But I've always disagreed with this. Oh, your strike is not perfect, grasshopper. Yeah, but it's still cut right down into his neck, and he's pissing blood everywhere, and he's crying for his mum. Sorry, my leg was slightly off. You know what I mean? I've always found this weird. It's like cut, bang. Again, you got to get that angle a little bit on the long line of the hem. Yeah, it's all right, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. They've not been to war, these people. I've not been to war, but they've definitely not been to war. And it's, this daft idea. So we've got distance. We've got a powerful cut, if you like. We've got the idea of parrying or blocking or receiving. Parry, block, receive. We've got different versions of it. So yes, we've got distance, we've got striking, we've got parrying, blocking, receiving. But then that's just the engagement of it. But the victory seems to come from tricks. So, then you have feints. I'm going to attack this, but actually I attack this. So I'm going to attack there. I know you're going to move there, so I'm going to stab you there. So we've got distance, strikes, parry, block, receives, and then feints, move. So what, bang, done. Double. So for example, if you're going to punch someone, go to punch them, and you know they're going to move. Punch them this way, they're going to move that way. So you just straight go left. Go as if you're going right, or go to the side of the right face, and as they move, throw it in the left. Watch them fall over. Stand on their heads. Sorted. Everybody. Or quick jab in the eye. Boom. And they sort of like to the eye. Boom. Throat again. Never punch someone in the face. It's a daft idea. Always punch them in the throat. Down they go. So easy. So this idea that it's like bang next or parry next, and this idea is you're clashing, but the actual victory, the actual bits tend to be sort of like sidestep, hit, offer wrist, move underneath, strike. It's like bang, bang, and it's like parry, snap. So it seems to be a connection. It seems to be that Kenjutsu, no matter how high you go, the Shogun is learning this. This is deemed the greatest sword school of all Japan at the time. And one of its sort of mastery secret skills is when somebody charges, take the right step, cut the back. Okay, so so I am not belittling it, guys, but I don't want to raise Kenjutsu to how big it is. It's a very practical, practical in their skill. So what you've got to do is be like, you've got your life's on the line. So this is why I'm not belittling it, because it's never daft. It's always a case of, you get that wrong, your hand is coming off. As I say, you might not get the best connection, but your neck's blood's coming out of it, or a leg's coming off, or you got a dirty big cut up your leg. I once did a garden, take care of garden shears, took sections of my finger off. I don't know if you can still see it, but to this day it's lumpy, and to this day it's that, and it hit the bone and it went, and I had to go home after I was at my dad's, and I had to go. I felt sick all day. It just hit a core nerve that just switched my brain into like feeling sick, and it was just like, it'd have been better if my finger had been cut off, because it was just like, so you know when you've had your knee hammered, or you've like walked into a lamppost by accident and you're like, bloody hell, fire, or you whack your head on a door. And that's why I don't do it anymore. I'm very careful of these things. By the way, everybody comes to this house because it's made for midgets, this house. They whack their heads. I've seen people go straight over backwards, blood pouring out of them, everything. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought. So, train of thought, locomotion, Sean Connery singing Kylie Minogue, locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion with me. Chugga, chugga now, train of thought. So, I know, crazy. So, basically, wherever I was, my point being is, sorry, that's it. I'm not belittling swordsmanship by any way, shape, or means. What I'm doing is putting it, let's bolt it back down to the ground. Practicality of fighting, practicality of serious injury to the body. Don't get flashy or fanny about with everything. Like Miyamoto Musashi says, don't be daft with it. And then get in there and tricks. If they don't know these tricks, and you do it, and then you hit them, you've won. And you only need one hit with a sword. Like, we know we're talking about hits, but actually you only need one landing blow. And I think it's not that they die instantly, but one landing blow with a katana on someone's face is going to probably put them out of action. Shatter all that, cut down, blood pouring out, concussion. It's a spar of iron. And everybody goes on about the katana is, this hard, flexible thing. Let's hit you. If you just get a bar the same weight. So if you try and get a bamboo stick and whack someone in the face, right? You watch them, they're not so happy, yeah? They're not so happy. You turn that into a bar of metal, even though it's quite light, and whack someone in the face. Then you turn that into a bladed bar, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? That's a bit on the old side. So there you go, guys. So what do you think? Again, Japanese martial arts, mint, if they're done correctly. I prefer the word historical over traditional. I found traditional martial arts have changed and not quite that. So historically, the fighting they would have done, is it basically a series of tricks? Debate below. There you go, guys. Right, enjoy. Don't forget, I've got the new book coming out, which is Yin Yang. And just a little bit to say is, do pre-order it, guys. Pre-order it, because I'm going early on the pre-orders. We've got 6 months left to go. But the more pre-orders you get now, the quicker the next book comes out. People, if you follow Anthony Cummins and you like my books, pre-order Yin Yang, because when the publisher goes this many months, they get reports of what's been pre-ordered. So when I want to, it takes about 18 months to put a book through the system. So when I want to do 2020, in fact, 2020's book, 2021's book is Yin Yang. 2022's book has gone in now early because Art of War did really well, so it went in earlier, which meant we've got it. It comes out 2022 in February, so you get July 2021, February. You won't have to wait a year, and if we get enough Yin Yang pre-orders, they'll jump as well to the next one and risk the money on 3 of my books. So do, guys, pre-order that Yin Yang book. Get as many people, push it around, and it means you'll knock off 3 or 4 months of the next book coming out. There you go. All right, guys, latest take.